Good first. All right, let's do number 3-3, number 19. So a lot of people, when they start to get used to this quotient rule, what they're going to do is they're going to start using it on everything. Would it work? Yes, it works. But it would be easier to go recognize this is 1/3 x squared plus 2/3 x and use the power rule, right? It'll be done in about 2.2 seconds rather than using the quotient rule. You get the same answer if you use quotient rule, just let's try to avoid it whenever we can.
What if I just accidentally break it up to that?
What if you didn't do this?
I went 2x plus 2 over 3.
You can't do that. You know better than that. Now, it'll work in this case because you got lucky, but no, don't do that. Remember, you got to write it as a polynomial if I want to use the power rule.
No, I have 2 times 1.
Right? Write as a polynomial. So 21, we try 21.
Why isn't that a polynomial?
Because it's got the power of x in the bottom, right? I can't have that. It's got to be on the top for me to call it a polynomial.
No, for 19.
What was your question?
Why isn't that polynomial?
It's got one big old fraction bar underneath, right?
Sure.
Okay, polynomials look like a constant times x to some number plus a constant times some x times some number. That's what they look like, right? Does that look like that? You can have a fraction here, but you can't have a fraction under the whole thing. That's not a polynomial. Okay, try 21.
Is that 7/3 x to the -3 or 7 times
Yes.
that?
Well, it's 7 over x to the third, right? Oh, sorry, 7 over 3x to the third. Man, I'm struggling today. 7/3 x to the -3, right? So that's how you write it as a polynomial. Then I can just use the power rule on it. Pull that out in front. I get -7 x to the -4th. Right? You guys forget last chapter already? Don't forget last chapter. Everybody try 23. That should be easiest to the group. It's obvious what you're supposed to be doing.
I'm trying. Three.
All right, here we go. 23, I've got y equals 4x to the 3/2 over x. Can't have an x over an x, that's not going to work, but I just divide it out, right? X to the 1/2. Because y prime equals 2x to the -1/2. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, everybody try number 13. Rules are released. You can either do a quotient rule or you can do it the awful way that it's set up to do. Power or quotient rule, or you can do it an awful way. Yes, ma'am.
So is it just telling us to find the derivative?
Find the derivative of x and then plug in 0 for the second part, yes. Plus the second one times the derivative of the first one. Four x to the 4th.
So your end game is the. And like how to work, I know it starts with a D.
You have a derivative.
Derivative, yeah.
Yeah, you have the derivative. If you've done the product rule, you have the derivative already done. I'm doing product rule.
-6 minus
I think I got all of them.
How did you get -8x?
Well, I have a -12 here.
Yeah.
I have a positive 10 here. That gives me -2. I have another -6.
It's 15. That's a 15.
Oh, it's positive 15. I can't remember writing. That's good. All right, so that's positive 3, -3. Thank you. You haven't established whether I got it right yet.
And then we plug in 0.
Plug in 0.
Okay.
Well, there's two questions. One, what's the derivative? The other one is, what is the derivative at 0?
Okay. Oh,
So
you just plug in 0.
plug in 0. Yep.
So you try.
Okay, so that's how you do 13.
Just look at the process. Just
All right, quotient roll time. Swing up the bottom. Derivative of the top minus the top times derivative of the bottom all over the bottom squared. So the derivative would be 2x squared minus 6x minus x squared plus 4 all over x minus 3 squared. X squared. Check to see if that's factorable. It's not. So that would be my answer for derivative. And then, what does factorable mean?
Yeah, I'm actually confused. Why would you thought what you're trying to foil the ball?
You can. You don't have to.
And then wouldn't you be able to pull an X out if you foil the ball?
No.
Okay.
Let me foil the bottom just to show you, and then cry about how we don't know any algebra.
X squared minus 6.
See that minus sign there? That's not a multiplication sign, right? So what are you doing at the top and bottom of a fraction? You are dividing. If you divide the top and bottom by x squared, you're going to end up with x squareds here and here. That's not going to work. Right? You must factor. Since it's already factored, it's got a match a factor on the top. Those two would cancel out. Plugging in a 1, I get 1 minus 6 plus 4 over -2 squared. That would be -1 over 4 or -1/4. All right.